So we've got, again, go to Classic, Explorer mode, and so here you can see I've played the country before, have not done that well, right? Only 14,155 points, which is below average. Um, all right. So I guess we can use our daily challenge settings and start. Okay. Um, so here we have an address plate. This is Drungaro 6 Gil. Okay. Um, yeah. Um, okay, so then, right, so it was Drungaro 6 Gil. Um, we're in an urban area, which doesn't help us very much. Let's see. There's Japanese on the sign here, multilingual signage. Um, okay, we have 7-digit phone number there. In Seoul, phone numbers have 8 digits, so although there's a 010 with 8 digits, um, although I think the 010 is not geographical, so okay, so we're in some place that has 7-digit phone numbers, which I think is basically everywhere that's not Seoul in South Korea. Let's see. Um, yeah, we've got hills, which is not very useful. Um, this is South Korea. Essentially, every place is hilly. Um, let's see. If we see a phone number with an area code, that will tell us what part of the country we're in. But so far, no luck, right? There it's the 7 digits again. Um, yeah. Also, we're pretty crowded. I'm thinking it might be Busan. From the that Busan is relatively hilly. Okay, so we've gotten out to a main road. There's these things. We have 50 and 21. Um, this is Hongyeon to Gyu. Okay, I don't know that. Um, okay, Hungjia Junction. Yeah, I don't know any of these places. We have 50 and 21. Okay, there's another one of those signs. This is typical of small streets, this Gil on the end. And then Jungaro is sort of the section of the city that it's in. Um, okay, that says Heichi Seoul, except I think that we're not in Seoul because of the 7-digit numbers, but we could be near it. Um, and also, certainly appearance matches that. And yeah, and you're supposed to guess. Okay. Um, yeah, so it was in Seoul actually, which I'm uh kind of wondering about. Okay, so when we zoom in here, you can see here was Drungaro 6 Gil, here's Drungaro 6 Gil oddly is both of these and this. So it's okay, so what's going on here is that these are not street names, these are whole sections of the city. So that makes sense. That's the kind of addressing system that they also have in Japan, where um, that what would happen if we had something with house numbers is you could zoom in here and that house numbers would be unique within the Jungaro 6 gil area. Then you can see over there it switches over to 8 gil. Um, and then here's 4 gil. Then okay, so that's Drungaro, and then here we have uh Gaja Uro. Okay, so the and then so up here. Okay, there's Jongaro 15 gil. You can see there's a lot of gills in that one. And, then here, for instance, is Gubuk gil. Okay. And then um, that these in turn are, these things on the street signs, those are parts of a section of the city called Dong. Um, here, Namgajwa Dong. You can see there's actually here Namgajwa 1 Dong and Namgajwa 2 Dong. Um, and then there's Bukgajwa 1 Dong and 2 Dong. Nam and Buk are cardinal directions. Nam is south, Buk is north. Um, and so those are things that are useful to know sometimes in different languages is the directions, north, south, east, west. Okay. And then the Dong in a large city make up an even larger unit called a gu, Mapo gu in this case. Oh, wait, no, sorry, here's Sodemungu. Oh, so SEO is another uh, one of those things. It's west. Then I can't remember what it is for east. Oh, Gangdonggu here. Dong is east. Okay. Although of course a dong is also a section of a gu, like so. Um, yeah, and then of course here, we have the best known of the gu in Seoul, Gangnam gu. Okay. Um, so it stuck us inside. Okay, so we are in Korea. We have hyphenated lives, it says. It's the painting. Um, let's see, how would we find anything out? Well, we saw Korean on the sign, like, so that's settled, right? Um, so what Korean looks like is this, it's mostly recognizable as the language that has a lot of circles in it, sometimes elongated into ellipses in, either that they're elongated in the horizontal direction, not the vertical distance direction. Um, and that also that it's an alphabetic system, a lot of straight lines here, um, and it turns out there are 26 letters, and some of them are actually similar in regular ways, so you actually only have to learn about a very small number of letter forms before you can sort of figure out what letters are. Um, and so it's not that hard to learn, how to get the letters in Korean, and then, then the language is not that helpful, that you have to figure out then, what to look for. Yeah, so this is inside a museum. Um, Looked like there was a map on the wall there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get outside to figure out anything. Um, so I'll just guess in the center of Seoul, and then see if we can get out of here or find a clue of any kind. Okay, nope. Wait, this on the wall. Um, let's see. Is there anything readable in there at all? It's yeah. This is like a mall directory. We're in some kind of tall building. It looks like there's yeah, and so no sign of where we are. And we were in Busan. Okay. Uh, so Busan, second largest city in South Korea. Okay, and then the third largest is Daegu here. Um, okay. Phone numbers are 7 digits. Okay, Sugwipo I know is a place. Oh, also there's Jeju Fortress site. So this is Jeju Island. That's right. Sugwipo is the other town on Jeju that's not Jeju. Right. You zoom in, you have Jeju and Sugwipo. Um, um, the road numbers I find are difficult to find anything. I mean, there's 1132. Uh, so you have to zoom in so far to see the road numbers that they are at times not very useful. Um, let's see, what's the direction of the road? So it looks fairly north south, right? Um, although here north, Jeju Harbor. Um, let's see, these streets, Gwangduk-ro and Dongmun-ro, okay, those, Ro is the most common ending for street names in South Korea. It seems to cover almost everything. Gwangdo and Dongmun. Dongmun means the East Gate. I mean, there's 1132, but that's. Oh, there's Dongmun Dong Row. Yeah. Let's see. Could we be down closer to the harbor? Maybe. Oh wait, there's no Taepyeong. Let's see. There's also a sign for airport, which let's see if there's is that no, that's another town, I think. Um, well, Daeryundong actually means that it's an outlying part of Sagwipo. Um, but oh, the rural areas are classified as Dong here, which that's uh, they do that in some parts of South Korea. That the Okay, so it wasn't in Sagwipo at all. It was in Jeju. Okay, so we had 1132 there on the sign there. Yeah, you can see even if you zoom in, I don't find the 1130. Oh, there's 1131. Okay, so it was on here. Okay. Um yeah, so this country I would say is more difficult. We have Donyu Turo, okay. Oh, we have 031954258. So um that the progression it goes two in the city of Seoul and three around it, and then I think it's 32 actually that's Incheon. That 31 is the rest of the area around Seoul, excluding Incheon. I think so. Like it could be any of these suburbs around here. Um, okay, so looking at it, it's yeah. I mean, South Korea kind of all looks like this. It even seems to be done, that there's, yeah, that it's one of the countries where you're actually more likely to see snow. Um, I think that this coverage, I guess that there's still some leaves on the trees, so this might be November or so, or December maybe. Um, yeah, this is tough. Yeah, I mean the 32 I think meant that it had to be metropolitan Seoul, not in the city. But okay, Padru, we know. Padru is on the border here with, the DMZ. We have Padru up and Munsan up. Okay, so Padru and that yeah, we have 78 that way. Um, okay, where's 78? That's one. Okay, that's 78. Okay, so um, I think definitely like it being Seoul area, it could be out near the DMZ like this. Um, GYG. Okay. Um, just a quick thought, if we look to the north, yeah, you can't really tell anything. Um, let's see, Donyu, 2 row. Um, yeah, looking at this, yeah, unless we have additional clues, we're not gonna find that. Okay, so it was Paju. Okay. Um, a little thing about terminology also. I mentioned in the previous round rural areas were marked as dong, which means that it's a county city combination government. That here Paju Shi, here this is the city of Paju, but you can see here this is Munsan Up. So an up is in a more rural county. There's an up, which is a real town, and then there's this ri for the rural areas. Okay, and also in this one you can see that you get up to the North Korean border, and that there's the rapid shift over to nothing. Okay. Yeah. So you can see Munsan up here. This Bubwan up is also marked as a town, although it's unclear what that's referring to. It must, yeah, maybe there's it's a large village sort of here. And then over here you have Tonhyun Myeon, and so that the Myeon are rural units larger than the Ri are. Um, yeah, yeah, and so you have Myeon. There's Gwangjuk Myeon, and that's part of that probably Yeongju County. And here Yeongju-shi. Um, the counties end in either shi or gun. Also is a possibility. Like those are yeah. Like for instance, here a more rural county. This is Gapyeong gun with this final set of letters. You can see here that's G on top, U beneath it, and then N beneath that as the last block of letters. Um, and then here Gapyeong, that's G A P, and then Ya is the vowel on that second block, and then the circle underneath is ng. Okay. Okay, Mungyung. Yeah, Mungyung. I think maybe I've seen as a location. Since the larger towns are all county seats, I can just look at it here quickly and see if I see a Mungyung. Um, hmm, I don't think I do. Okay, so we're on a north-south major highway, right? Oh, 45. Okay, so they have things that look like the white U.S. highway shields, except that they're red, white, and blue. Like the interstate highway shields, but don't have the same shape as those. So 45 is a major one of these major north-south highways. Is it that one? No, that one's the one. Um, that's 25. Okay. Um, is 45 over here, perhaps? This is 35, 45. Okay. Um, what does it say out on there? It says something Jew, right? Yeah, is that Chungju 54? I don't know. Uh, yeah, that's likely that sounds like it also might be a location on there, but I don't know very much about the language. Okay. Um, Also from general look of the landscape, I would guess that maybe this is in the north, closer to North Korea. Is oh, there's Mungyang. Yeah, that remember we yeah, and Mungyang actually is on 45. Okay. Um, is there a Chungju or okay. Yeah. No. No, the area was actually called Yugokdong. Um, yeah, so this again, like they're marked as dong, so this must be in oh yeah, there's a larger urban area there with Chumchundong. Wait, what is this city then if it's is that actually Mungyong City? I think it might be. Um, yeah. Wait, yeah, so yeah, the station it says well when you zoom in on it it gets smaller. Um let's see, Drumchan. Oh yeah, like this, yeah. Yeah. So the station is called Drumchon, but yeah, yeah. So I'm wondering if there's maybe a terminology difference between the county and the city here. Okay. Um, so 12,628 points on only four guesses. That's not bad. Um, okay. Okay. So we have a big buildings. We have a road over water. That's probably the Han River in Seoul. Um, Comes up for some reason a lot. We have City Hall. Oh, you'll notice, Chinese here. Um, we have Shi Hung here. City Hall. Hopchong Yok Hopchong Station. Gangbyeon Expressway. Sunyudo Park. Wait, is this Seoul? Um, yeah, I'm wondering, like it something doesn't quite seem right. Um, yeah, like I think Seoul would be actually bigger than this. Um, you know what? It comes up in the chat, that I have seen rounds in North Korea before, like there are locations with photospheres. Um, and Okay. Wait, National Cemetery, Gimpo Airport. Gimpo Airport is quite definitely in the Seoul area. It was the old airport, I flew into there the time that I went to South Korea long ago. It's not this airport, Incheon Airport. Gimpo Airport is up here, I think, like Goyang area. Uh, so I'm thinking maybe this is one of the crossings down here. Um, we have 60 and 88. Uh, we have 130. Yeah, you really have to zoom in to get the numbers on these things. 39. Um, 100. Um, Wait, it's 6 west to the airport. Let's see. Is that 88? Wait, 88. That's right. 88 is the south side of the highway of the river freeway in Seoul, and 88 was named because of the Olympics in 1988 were in Seoul. Um, so we have 60 and 88. Um, so it looks like it should be 60 that crosses the river here. Um, let's see. So it looks like we're looking northeast into the yeah, on the other hand, it could be up here, right? Let's see, that was 100. Um okay, so I did guess in the right area, and so these things, of course, I go for the 3-minute limit to keep the stream moving, you know, I mean, given enough time, you can 5K almost everything, almost anything. It's just that it could be very long. Um, like you'll see on those ones where people 25K a whole thing. Yeah, it's interesting with the two compasses. I was going to mention that the next I do these by country in alphabetical order, and that the next one after this one, which probably will come out in the next couple of days, is on Kazakhstan, which is not normally a GeoGuessr country at all, but it has coverage on a non-Google coverage called Yandex that you can that the Russian coverage you can use in a plugin. Okay, 02 on the phone number. This has to be Seoul. Um, Okay. Um, yeah, and again, like I find that it's difficult to find anything in South Korea. I'm somewhat better at it in Japan, because I know what things to look for. But, as far as I can tell, like this one is actually pretty rough. Will I repeat when I finish all the countries? Well, that'll be a while. I have thought about going back and doing some, but also I've thought of, well, look at that, 14% slope, very steep there. We have Yonsei-ro to Magil, okay. Um, yeah, that I'm thinking about, actually doing a series, on North American regions. Like a lot of people talk about, like how do you tell them apart, and that's something that I've thought of, quite a bit. And of course I live here, so that um okay, so we have, I thought that 02 was Seoul. Seoul does have steep hills like this, but as I said, virtually every place in South Korea does. If you found a larger flat area that's unusual, they do have them, in like the southwestern part of the country, like toward Gwangju. There are some relatively large flat areas. Okay, here's Ehwa Women's University, which I've seen signs for in real life. Sinchon Station, and that's a rail station, so that may be findable. We have Seoul Central. We have let's see, Sinchon 6 is okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. Ehwa Women's University is one of the subway stations you can see here. This is along the subway line here is the green line along Sinchon Row, and I think there are actually significantly more subway lines than there were when I was there. Um, but this is the historic center of Seoul right here. Okay, there's a this is a large hill with a like a space needle on it, which is visible in some views of Seoul. Um, okay, there's an area of tall buildings on I believe this island right here. So that has I think the tall some of the tallest yeah, Yeouido has some of the tallest buildings in South Korea on it. Um, and then also in Seoul, there's the historic royal palace here. Kyungbok Palace is up here. You can see um, that, and there's a large, that in Seoul, the largest mountain is right here, Bukhansan. This is, I think, around 800 meters above sea level. Big sort of granite thing north of the city center. And so in the Seoul area, that's some things to keep in mind for landmarks. Okay. Um, but yeah, that mostly Seoul is hard. Okay, 1-0 is not geographical, I think. Um, this one is flat looking, actually. That's interesting. Um, let's see, World Phone Market. Okay, 813-7890. Okay, so phone numbers, I'm not seeing any codes. Um, yeah, that this I've noticed in South Korea is that the area code is often not included in phone numbers on signs. So, um, yeah, we have Gyeonggan Row 41 Gil, right? We have CCTV. Okay. But yeah, this one it's okay. So now we're out on a big street. Mountains to the west. Okay, so it's not a particularly flat area. Okay, so now I wonder if we're going to find some of those big signs. We also have some mountains to the south. There's okay, so these things we have Gyeongsan Station, City Hall Police Station, Cheongdo and Namcheon, and 25. Not the big highway signs, but like the secondary ones. Um, okay. Um, yeah, I mean Cheongdo and Namcheon sound like they could be locations, but oh wait, there's one with a okay, there's the one East Daegu. Okay, so the one is the main line of the system going this way. Um, there's Daegu, and so this should be the one, and it is. Okay. Um, 25 was on the other sign too, and that was 25 Chungdo, right? Um, that's 20. Okay. So no, it's not one of the big freeway ones though with the red, white, and blue shields. It's it's a road like this, that you have 909. Is this okay. So it was out here, it may have been Gyeongsan and not in Daegu. Or it could be in Susungu here. Um yeah, so there was 25 is this north-south thing that was on the sign, but that the map is not very well labeled for the roads. Um, and that I've found that that one of my biggest complaints about the situation here is that the road numbers are very difficult to find on the South Korea maps. There is also another thing that Google is somewhat at a disadvantage in the South Korean market. It turns out because of issues with national security laws, and that South Koreans usually use a mapping service called Naver, which Naver, um, which I find their maps are better. Um, and so then there's the question: is it justifiable to cheat by using a different mapping service? Um, and I would say marginal. I guess that it's not as bad as like Googling, right? But you're using using some other map system. I would say certainly you couldn't do a search on Naver, right? You'd have to actually find it from zooming in and panning. Um, okay, so yep. Okay. Okay, 26072633. This is Seoul because the phone numbers are 8 digits long. Um, so that's if there's one thing to learn from this stream, it's that one. Okay. You'll notice also a characteristic of South Korea that you don't see in other Asian countries is that there's a lot of Christianity. Um, you certainly do find Christian churches elsewhere, but I guess the Philippines also is a predominantly Christian Asian country, right? Um, but that you definitely find a great deal of prominence with, and also in the Philippines, the church is almost entire. It's mostly Catholic, which in South Korea they're mostly American type Protestants. They do have Catholics in South Korea also. Um, and but you definitely see a lot of churches in uh, in South Korea. Um, okay, and then the coverage cuts off. You can't go further down that way. Um, okay, there was one of these signs down here. We have Mukdong Apartment 8, Yangchun District Office, Yangchun-gu. That's a section of a city. Um, okay, which we think is Seoul. We look for Yangchun-gu, Yangchun-gu. Okay. Um, okay, district office. Yeah, where would that be? I mean, presumably it's near the label, right? But okay. Mukdong 8, let's see, Tanji, okay. Let's see, Yangchun District Office. Okay. So we were only 891 meters off, which we at least got that we were in this Yangchun-gu. But and that we were in Seoul, so score was not bad. Okay, Koreana Hotel. Hmm. Wait, this looks like num this looks like Kyungbok Boulevard in Seoul, but I think it's not it. Yeah. Oh no, wait. There's the Yisun Shin statue. That's the palace in the background. Okay, so this impressive view that this is we go to I've been on this street before. Um, that this is you've got the palace here. There's this large boulevard, and then there's where is it? this is the Yisun Shin statue, which you can actually see right there. Um, okay, and so let's see. So there's okay. So I can't actually go down that way, but so Yisun Shin is not very far down there. Um, oh, there's this park here. This is probably yeah, that's probably the enclosure here, right? Uh, yeah, that's what that is, I think. Yeah, somewhere a few blocks up here on the right is the U.S. Embassy, which that I was there during the 1997-98 financial crisis, and there was permanently a few busloads of riot cops outside the U.S. Embassy at all times, um, which I had heard had been there since the Korean War, and that embassy had always had riot cops outside of it. Okay, so very close, right? Oh, I forgot that I didn't start out on the road here, but yeah, I mean, it was 88 meters off. That's can't complain about that. Wait, is that? Ooh, okay. So I've got another gold. Okay, that's great. All right. So that was the second game. I usually run three of them on these things. Okay, so we have the Octothorpe. Interesting building, and yeah. I guess with the script, like I mean, South Korea is almost as recognizable as Japan. Certainly if you see anything written, it's unmistakable. Um, okay, there's 010 again. Oh, that these, yeah, I just want to look at the poll thing here, um, because no, can't really read it. That there's, I mean, it looks like it's something too dong though, which if that's true, then I need to look more at utility polls when, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's to something too dong. Um, okay, so that's something it's useful to know. There are stickers, there are things like that on utility poles in. Oh wait, is that no? That was just a little Christian church with a cross on it. Thought it looked like maybe it was something larger. So we're Dohak 4 gil, um, 7-digit phone number, so not Seoul. 80. Okay, I don't know. That's not geographic, I think. Um, okay, let's see. This is a church sign, right? Jesus loved church. Uh, Nothing clear on giving a location, right? Wait, 042528137. So, 2 is Seoul, 3 is around Seoul, up here. I think the fours are going, I think, as I remember, fours are like Daejeon, fives are here, sixes are here. So, uh, Yeah. Okay. So, and lucky guess, 13 kilometers off. I was, from the way it looked, I thought it had to be someplace relatively large, and so the main choices in this area are Daejeon and, I think Cheonan and Cheongju are also fairly large. Um, right. Oh, Cheonan though, let's see. No, I was going to say, like, if it's in Gyeonggi-do, I think is all the 30s area code. For it to be in the 40s, it has to be down here. But yeah, so that I didn't really get anything specific, and so the 13 kilometers was something of a lucky guess. Okay, so 442. Um, okay, so that's some little road, right? Okay, 345903. Okay, 33. So that I think it's 31. I think it's 32 that's Incheon. I think 33 might be Gangwon province over here. Um, let's put it in Wonju, which is the largest city I think in that. Yeah, that makes sense. It looks like we're in a small town. Looks like it's uh possibly somewhat rugged, even for South Korea. Um, yeah, also 442 makes sense for, it being. So we have, let's see, so we have Hwingsong and Sandrun. Um, not seeing either of those. They probably aren't very big. Um, but yeah, this looks like it's a small town. Um, Okay. Um, yeah, these are the South Korean poll stickers. Like this is one for identification, that you can use these to tell that it's not Japan or Taiwan, which have similar polls. But for instance, the Taiwan ones go down to the bottom of the poll, and the Japanese ones, I think, are vertical lines. Um, okay. Oh, are those things on the polls there? Um, let's see, ooh, something. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna read that. But yeah, in Japan, the signs on poles are actually quite useful for finding locations. Once you actually get past the whole problem of them being in Japanese. But that okay. Hungsung, that was actually on that sign, right? Okay. And then, so it was in this small town Uchonmyeon. Oh, yeah, it was U something on the pole, wasn't it? Yeah, so that probably is um, a way to identify locations in South Korea, just like it is in Japan, that you actually do have uh, locations on poles. Okay. Um, right. Okay, so here we have a fairly mountainous area. I think this is not the north though, like um this looks like it may be somewhat warmer, right? Um Either that or we just had happen to have summer coverage here. Um all right. Um, nope, we have a church sign again. Um, what is that thing and why is it outside? Um, okay, well, we're in a dead end here. We have the flag. You almost never see flags in Japan. That's another one, like. Wait, are those. Let's see, what are those? Those can't be oranges, could they? Does have the right kind of glossy leaves. Yeah, if those are citrus fruits, we almost have to be in Jeju, okay, or someplace close to it. That would definitely match the warmer climate. Or those just are those peaches or something? Um, let's see. Jeju is a very volcanic island. Um, I mean, I think maybe. Wait, there's that dead end again, right? Hmm. Oh, we're stuck in a little piece of coverage there. Oh wait, are those pomelos maybe? What are oh yeah, yeah, also again here, that yeah, so those are they couldn't be guavas, right? I mean, it's no, I mean, I can't imagine South Korea being that tropical. Um, what are those? Okay, it was all the way up there, which makes me think that maybe those weren't citrus fruits. Um, yeah, that is really unexpected, So was this by this little lake here, the end of this road? Uh, so, village not actually marked on the map at all. Um, so, not presumably a subdivision of the landscape. That it looked like Budongmyeon was probably the address for that area, and then probably Cheongsong County. Okay, so um, next to last round of the stream. Okay, so we have KFC, we have City Hall again. Um, okay, also there's one entrance that's like a subway, right? So this has to be someplace fairly large. Um, Gwanghwamon. Okay, that's in Seoul. Um, that as remember that's the name of the palace is Gwanghwamon, and this is Gwanghwamon Avenue. Um, yeah, City Hall Station is here. So wait, did it actually plunk me in the? Oh yeah, this is almost the same place that I was at in the previous round, and so can I step out here and look north? No. Oh, that's looking north. Yeah, there's Yisun again. There's the park. We were actually right over at this corner here. Okay. So it's given us two rounds in Seoul that are, just a few hundred meters apart, it looks like. So yeah, so going oh, it's entrance one. This is entrance 3, 5. So the maps are good for something. Okay, so then we have one, we have Sejong Daero, right? Yeah, this looks exact. Yeah, so that means that we are right here. 17 meters. Okay. Nice. Okay. So last round, South Korea again. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that poll and see if there's, Yeah, so there's signs mounted on this one. Um, this looks like We Hum here. Uh, I don't know if that's a location or not. Yeah, okay, 7-digit phone number, so not Seoul. Um, okay. Looks like we're in, like some mid-sized city here, right? That maybe um either that or we can't see it all. Um, okay, we have hmm. Okay, so we have Yunbi Road, um, what Yunhuiro 11 Mogil. Okay. Hmm. Oh wait, 023241 686. 02 is Seoul, but that normally there's 8 digits in the phone numbers. This is only 7, which I'm wondering about this. Although there it is again, 02. It was Seoul. It was yeah, it was near the center, Itaewon-dong. Yeah, so this might be an example of that there maybe some older phone numbers in Seoul have only 7 digits, and that maybe we were in an area that had them because we were near the center. Okay. Um, so you'll notice we got quite a few rounds in Seoul, like that there is a lot of variation from country to country about how many rural things and how many urban things you get, and so this one seemed to actually return quite a few urban rounds, and in fact, we were in Seoul multiple times. Of course, two of our Seoul rounds were only a couple of hundred meters apart. Here on Gwanghwamun Avenue. Um, I guess actually down here it's Sejong Dairo and not. I think of this as being Gwanghwamun. I guess Gwanghwamun is actually the gate here, and I thought that was the name of the road, but it looks like it isn't. Although the the setup, as I said, these might not even be names of roads, right? There's Sejongdaedo, and then yeah, and then that so this here is the traditional city center. There aren't very many old buildings in Seoul. It was mostly destroyed in the Korean War. Um, but that in the center, you definitely do see some things that are oldish looking. They may be post-war reconstruction. Um, okay, so we have 17,378 points. And so then that concludes, this episode of GeoFessr Expeditions. And so next, in alphabetical order by domain name, we have Kazakhstan, which, as I said, is not normally a GeoGuessr country, but I have a map, that uses coverage from Yandex, a different mapping service that is not Google, and that one's very interesting. And I there are only a few maps for the plugin so far, and it's interesting that I made one for Kazakhstan, which I think was the first one submitted for the Yandex plugin, and that Alex Grill from Russia 25K'd it for me, so I don't need to worry about getting a high score because I I picked out the locations on the map and remember them, so I'm not at risk of getting a high score, and on that next time around, that should be fun. There's definitely a lot of interesting looking things in Kazakhstan. There's especially a lot of weird futuristic buildings in the heavily renamed capital, now called Nur Sultan, and that those come up quite a bit actually in Kazakhstan rounds. It should be a fun stream. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.